Now we want to look at another interesting topic, that is quadratic equation. Let me first of all, like I said, this platform is for everybody. I will make sure that I use very simple language so that even freshers can be able to understand what I'm saying. Now, how will you identify a quadratic equation? Basically, you can see the letter here is x squared, not x raised to the power 3 or ordinary x. So any moment you see an equation of this form and you see x squared, then without a second thought, you should know that is likely a quadratic equation. Now, this equation can be treated in 3 different ways. It can be factorized normally, or you can use what you call computing the square method, or we use the formula method. But now let me first of all factorize this one. Remember, this is just the basic. We still go to higher equations, and then you can see how simple it is to solve quadratic equations. Now, before you can solve an equation of this form, the first step is to make sure that you don't have only 3 values as we have here. It must be 4. That brings us to the name quad, which is 4. And so how do I bring this to be 4, to have 4 values? What I do is, I will assume that there is 1 here, but I can't see the 1. So I'll just say something like 6 times 1, which is still 6. And I said this platform is for everybody, both for average learners and even the expatriates or the intelligent ones, those ones that are very good. You can still learn from it. But if you're very bad in mathematics, you're strong in mathematics, this platform is the best platform for you. You can always solve any maths. Now 6 times 1 is 6, and I want to split this 5s so that I can have up to 4. The one I will split is only this one, not this, not this. But to split this, I multiply whatever the value that is here with the last one here to know how to split here. So 6 times 1 is 6. I can use 2 to do that. 2 divide 6, 3. 2 divide 3, 1. So I found out that 2 times 3 will give me 6, and 2 plus 3 will still give me 5. So I can now get it into 4 values out. S squared plus, I'm going to use plus 2 and plus 3, because plus 2 times plus 3 will give me 5, and plus 2 times plus 3 will give me 6. So I will change this now to 2x plus 3x equal to 0. Oh, sorry, I missed something there. Plus 6 equal to 0. Now at this point, how do I, because what I'm looking for now is the value of s. How do I get the value of s? Then, since I have x here and x here, I'll divide this by x, divide this by x. Then I'll open a bracket for it. The s I'm going to divide, I'll keep it here outside the bracket. Then s divide s squared, I will have x. I'll bring down the plus. S divide 2s, I'll have 2 left. I'll come to this side of the equation. I already have plus 3 in front here. I don't have s here, so I can't use s to divide the 2. So, but I have a number here, a number here. And 3 will be the best because 3 can conveniently divide itself and divide 6. So I'll use not just 3 to To be precise, I will use plus 3 because I may also have a case of minus plus 3 and plus 3. That same plus 3 that is here, I will bring it down here. So I have plus 3 in front. Open another bracket for these two. Then plus 3 divides 3x. What will remain is x. Plus 3 divides 6. What you have is plus 2. So you observe that in this form, I have x plus 2 appearing 2 times. Like I said, this is platform for anybody. You can learn. I'm not using very sophisticated language so that you can understand me. S plus 2 in brackets, S plus 2 in bracket, you can see it is 2. It appeared 2 times. So I will take only 1 as one of the factors and S plus 3 as one of them. So I now have x plus 3 as one of the factors and also x plus 2. Now, these are the two factors that will give me s squared plus 5s plus 6. But if the examiner is looking for the value of x, which in most cases, if it's objective question, you can have answers like this, or in some cases, you might solve up to find the value of x. What do I do? To find the value of x, I'll simply say x plus 3, I equate it into 0, and then only x will now be plus 3 crossing over becomes minus 3. And I'll come to this end also. X plus 2 is equal to 0, and only s will be plus 2 crossing becomes minus 2. So the value of s now is, so now s is equal to minus 3 or minus 2. Let's go a little bit higher and check when we have a number in front. For instance, 2x squared plus 7x plus 5 equal to 0. Now notice that this one now we have 2 before this x squared. So with the same process applied, so we just say 2 times 5, that will give us 10. We're looking for the number we use to replace this 7s. So we can follow the same process for convenience. So just say 2 divide 10, 5, 5, 1. So we have 2 and 5. 2 and 5. That means 2s and 5s can replace this. And we should know that 2x and 5x, because 2s plus 5s will actually give us 7s, and 2 times 5 will give us 10. Remember, we are no longer considering because it is now 2. It's this 10 we're talking about, not this number. We got this 10 by saying 2 times this 5, 10. So since we've gotten the 10 now, we now say 2 times 5 will give us 10, and 2 plus 5 will give us 7. So we now replace this 7s with 2s raised to power 2 plus 2x plus 5s plus 5 equal to 0. The same process again. Since we have 2x here and 2x here, it's very convenient for me to divide both sides by 2x and 2x. And I'll bring the 2s outside also, open the bracket for these two sides. 2s divide 2s, what I will have left is x. 2s divides 2s squared, what I will have left is x. Then 2s divide s, what I will have is 1. Then this side, because I have 5s, 5, I will divide it by plus 5 plus 5. And I'll bring the plus 5 down. Plus 5 divide 5, what I have here is x. Plus 5 divide 5, what I have is 1. So the final answer to this level now will become, I will take only 1, 2x plus 5, this 2x plus 5, and take only one of them in the brackets as my factors, and x plus 1. Then, assuming that we need to find the value of x like some cases are, that will be, this one will now be 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, then only 2x will be plus 5 crossing over will give us minus 5. Then to bring out s, divide both sides by 2 and 2, so that x is actually equal to minus 5 over 2, or minus 2 whole number 1 over 2. Then in the other angle, we also have x plus 1 is equal to 0, then only s is equal to minus 1. So finally, this particular equation, we say that x is equal to minus 2 whole number 1 over 2, or minus 1. Let me try another question. X squared minus 7x plus 12 equal to 0. Now remember, the process is still the same. Just say, I'm assuming that that's 1 here, so I say 1 times 12, that will give me 12. So I will now divide with 2, the lowest number. I have 6. 2 divided 6, 3. 3 here, 1. So I ask myself, how do I get two values, two numbers that can replace, I can use to replace 7s? So without wasting much time, I know I can get 4. 4 plus 3 will give me 7, and 4 times 3 will give me 12. But notice that I have minus here, so it will not just be ordinary 4, it's going to be minus 4 and minus 3 to give me minus 7s. So I will replace minus 7s with minus 4s and minus 3s. So what I will have here will now be x squared minus 4x minus 3x plus 12 equal to 0. So now I have 4 values here. Now with this, the usual process, I'll divide this by x, open bracket again, put this s I'm using here outside, x will divide x, s will divide s squared will give you s divide 4s will give you 4. Then this side, I will divide with minus 3 and minus 3. I'll bring the minus 3 down also, open the bracket again. Minus 3 will cancel out minus 3, so I have here x will remain. Minus 3 divide plus. Minus divide plus is minus. I'll have 4. Notice that I now have x minus 3 and s minus 4. S minus 4 appearing 2 times, so I'll take only 1. So I'll now have x minus 3 and x minus 4. Like I say, if subjective questions, the answer can be like this form. But in case we need to find the value of s, I can go further. So that I will now have x minus 3 is equal to 0, which means that x is equal to minus 3 crossing over will become plus 3. Or x minus 4 is equal to 0, and only s will be minus 4 crossing over will become plus 4. So I will now say that x is equal to plus 3 or plus 4. That's the final answer for that one. Okay, let's try this one too. I'm going higher a little bit. Now, like we say, the normal rule is always to have this middle number splitted, so you can have 2. So I have here 3 times 5 will give me 15. So let me find out what 3 can divide 5 here, 1. Remember, I'm doing this for freshers or those who are still at the elementary level of understanding this kind of equation. This platform is for everybody. So 3 times 5 is 15. And so that means that 3 and 5 can be used to replace 8s. So in this case now, I will now have 3x squared minus 3x minus 5x plus 5 equal to 0. So, but why you say minus? Because minus 3s minus 3s will give us minus 8s. And minus 3 times minus 3 times minus 5 will definitely give us plus 15, which is what we are using. So with this, I can now follow the normal procedure. Since I have 3s, I will divide with 3x, and bring the 3s outside here. 3s divide 3s, what I will have left is x. 3 divide 3s square, s will have s. 3 divide 3s square, I have only s. 3 divide 3s will have 1. So here, I divide with minus 5 and minus 5. And I bring the minus 5 outside too. And if I divide minus 5, what I have left is s. And if I divide plus 5, what I have is minus 1. So I will choose only one of those in the bracket. So I now have 3x minus 5 as one of my answers and x minus 1 as one of my answers. Then to find the actual value of s, I will now say 3x minus 5 is equal to 0, which means that only 3s, my question will give me plus 5. And then 3x that is left here, to bring out the s, to divide both sides by 3. So x is equal to 5 over 3 or 1 whole number 2 over 3. Then on the other side, x minus 1 is equal to 0. So only x is equal to plus 1. So finally, we now say that s is equal to 1 whole number 2 over 3 plus or plus 1. You can still put a plus sign. In case of objective question, you need to understand what they did there. They can put plus or minus depending. But 1 whole number 2 over 3 or 1 still means plus. So just for clarity's sake. So the answer is 1 whole number 2 over 3 or plus 1.